On Purpose Leader podcast, running your own lane. Some years ago when I was at Long Branch High School, shout out to Long Branch and Lincoln University, a shout out to LU, I used to run hurdles. And with hurdles, you had to stay focused on what was in front of you and run in your own lane. Because if you didn't, you easily trip up and fall. And this reminds me of a story of someone who chose purpose over popularity, courage and conviction over following the crowd. And his name is Liddell, the Flying Scotsman. Born in Tianjin, China. This is before World War II. It's a Scottish missionary families. He was raised highly educated. He was some kind of athlete. He was able to play rugby. He was excellent in track. He did all kinds of sports. He was super smart, all around athlete and scholar. And so he was an Olympic level athlete even before the Olympics. And he qualified to run the sprints in the Olympics, 100, 200, and 400. Devout Christian. Someone who not only spoke about his faith, but actually lived it. And it came about that he had one of the races for the 100 fell on a Sunday. And because of his own personal convictions, he just couldn't do it. And because he didn't run on that race, the press dragged him, people mocked him, made fun of him. And lo and behold, he winds up qualifying for the 400, an event that he wasn't slated to run. And not only did he win the race, he actually set a world record in it. And he would go on to be acclaimed as this really great runner. And definitely he stands out as one of the best of all times. Now, thing of this is that sometimes no matter what you do, people are going to be mad. Because there were even people in the church who were like, well, why are you wasting your time running? And you could be serving and doing all these other things. And his famous response was, well, when I run, I feel the pleasure of God. And so he chose his calling and purpose, even when critics came from left and right and all in between. And the biggest race of his life is when he went back to live in China, where he was raised. He began to be a teacher and work in the community. And when the war broke out and Japan invaded, there were internment camps. And he chose to serve the needy and the poor and teach children and play games of sports with them. And there's some that are even alive today that recall Liddell. They call him Uncle Eric. He'd eventually die in service to the poor and the needy and those precious kids in the camp. He chose purpose over popularity. Why am I saying all this? You and I have a choice with whatever lane that you have in life, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you own a business, whether you work for a